We are looking for. Oh my god. Oh man. What the hell? Trying to find something, man. I just have, man. They still playing with them fireworks. Hold on, man. I don't know what's going on. Hey. This is not what I'm looking for. This is crazy. I can't even find. Hold on, y'all. What is right?
Wait, if you were locked up at any Illinois
TV1. No, we're not doing that. Oh wow.
Excuse me, I didn't tell you to come out here now.
Okay.
I didn't ask for no appreciation to come as of now.
She's planning the funeral. She
My
would
goodness,
like
what is your problem?
to get her settlement season right now.
For what?
She's planning the funeral.
Who she's planning?
That's the grandmother. This is her house.
Oh, okay.
This is a very sad moment of this time to us. Like the calendar of the deceased of Robert Sandifer.
Hey man, no, all I'm gonna say is, welcome to BTV1. It's a reaction video of Lil Yummy, Robert Sandifer, and he was allegedly a young, very young Black Disciple member at the age of 9 years old in Chicago, Illinois, particularly in the Wow 100 area. The Wow Hundreds, for those who don't know what that means, that is the number of the hundreds. So you have the low end, then you have Inglewood, you know, low end, lower numbers. Inglewood, I would say from like 60s and 70s. Then you have east, west, south, north. You know, they don't really never say the east side though. They be saying like southeast towards Indiana or Lakeshore Drive. They'll say something like that, Lakeshore. But he was raised very badly. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, it's stories that this lady right here, the grandma, look at her, the grandma look young too, was like, she had a problem. She probably was off of, not saying she was, but she probably was off, I ain't even gonna say she was off drugs or whatever, but it was stories of her burning him with cigarettes, and you know, not just him, but kids in the house.
Grandson, and I love him. And we hope everybody else love him. In spite of what somebody said, I don't care what nobody said. Robert is mine. He always have been mine. And I love him. And if I could give him part of my heart, I would bring him back as of today.
On the weekend. Not so much about what happens on Saturday and Sunday, although a lot goes on, that's for sure.
So this the early 90s, y'all. Like, this is like, you talking like 93.
Our TV, weekend TV, is about some of what happens Monday through Friday in Chicago and other places too. This weekend, for several hours this weekend, we'll tell you about Roseland, a neighborhood on the south side of Chicago.
Right, Roseland neighborhood. So that is what 100s be called Roseland. And it's bad out there too, y'all. Don't just think. That's what I say, man. Every part of the city, it's like things be happening. That's all. And it's like a history of it throughout the years.
Where people work and come home to houses that are freestanding and often surrounded by trees. Yeah, Roseland, where 2 kids died this past week and the week before. 2 young kids from fairly large families in a not-so-young neighborhood. This has been a big news story, a tragedy covered by media from all over the world. But there's a lot more to this drama than what you've seen, although we know you've seen and read a lot. Now, we ain't gonna give you 5-second sound bites, so don't even think about that. What we're gonna do is let people talk. Let them tell their stories. Stand around a bit, be themselves, and reveal who they are.
And one thing, she's a very neat young lady. She loved to keep her hair pretty.
So this is the aunt of the little girl that was allegedly taken out by Lil Yummy. And it was mainly probably because his ass is 9 years old, and you can't shoot you can't shoot at 9 years old. You never been to a gun range. I'm not saying you can't unalive someone at that age, but you have to be close up on them type. So it's ridiculous, man. It's senseless.
And she loved to keep herself neat and clean. She was a very clean young lady. And also, she was very polite. She was very polite to everybody. And she wouldn't say just 1 minute or 2 minute word that was wrong to nobody. She was just that kind of young lady.
First, I didn't believe it, and then when it was on the news, I believed it.
And what did happen?
Did you know that you
On the news, I believed it.
And what did happen to him? What do you know about what happened to him?
Yummy lived in a nice house and stuff like that. He was an 11-year-old boy. He got beat by his father. He had burn marks all over him, stuff like that.
Did you ever hear him get beat? Did you ever see him get beat?
Not in front of outside or nothing. Like when they get in trouble, I think they whoop him. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't.
Did he ever
See what I mean? So he had burnt marks. Even shorties know he got burnt marks on him from somebody burning him with cigarettes. Cigarette burns. Bogus as hell. Kids ain't supposed to be going through nothing like that, man. He was tortured. So just imagine someone torturing a child like that, 9 years old. And how they gonna end up, and how they look at anybody or anything. You're gonna make them to a monster if you're doing stuff like that to them. You know? That's crazy. That he had to deal with a house full of kids. It was a lot of them, man. A lot of kids in that one house.
explain about it?
For the younger brother, we knew that morning. But for the older brother, we didn't know nothing about him. Because he's been...
That's the dude right here as opposed to took him out. And he did that to her. He took her out. He took him out over reasons of not they said allegedly the BDs wanted to somebody that was older gave Sanction that hit on Lil Yummy at that age because of how nationalized it was and afraid that Lil Yummy was gonna probably testify against the guys that told him to do it, because he ain't gonna do no test. It's gonna be the guys that told him to do it,
Right, as an adult in this case.
How did that make you feel? I mean,
I didn't know what to feel when it first happened. I'm like, my brothers, and it's just like, but the family is doing great. That we received the utmost support, and we, with donations, and so we, and helping to pay for lawyers and stuff like that. We want to thank the people that have been giving us support and been leaving money in our mailbox.
people have been leaving money in your mailbox?
They're believing in their innocence. Right here at 126 East 105th Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60628. It's address right here.
And who lives there?
I do. Me and my family does.
Why do people believe that these fellas are innocent?
Because everybody who knows them and who knows the family don't believe for one cotton-picking second that they're capable of murder.
For the most part, we'll just let this tale tell itself and give you some angles you didn't see on the news. By now, everybody knows that a 14-year-old girl and an 11-year-old boy are dead. What we'll show you is that they left a set of circumstances behind. Complicated circumstances that have a lot to do with drugs, religion, and violence. On Weekend TV this week, we'll spend some time 100 blocks south of Grant Park with real people who live in Roseland, a working-class neighborhood still mourning the deaths of Siobhan Dean and a kid named Yummy.
Lil Yummy, man. Hit that like button for me. Hit that like button for me. And subscribe to the channel.
So very happy.
That's the part I don't want to see at all. So,
what was Siobhan like? She was a very cheerful young lady, beautiful, outgoing. She was a good girl, real good girl, full of life, and she loved to come outside and play. She loved to do hair. You know, she was beginning to start doing hair, and she loved to see beauty. She liked the lots of beautiful things. She wasn't a bad girl. She was a church-going girl. You know, she likes going to church, and she didn't hang with bad groups of girls.
Y'all can't even understand how a Chicago family member take most of these unalivenments, I'll say, over YouTube guidelines. You know, certain words I can't say, or the video don't get pushed out to people. Like, you got to change your language when I'm doing these videos. I can't even really say how I really want, especially if I want to get monetized. But with these aunties, uncles, cousins, relatives, they got to deal with a lot of the victims. I mean, you know, deal with their family members being victims, man. It's not easy. And we deal with death a totally different way than the rest of the country.
Most of the people that she be with was my two daughters, her two cousins, Julia and Felicia. And she just kind of stayed around in the neighborhood. So after she started kind of getting out the neighborhood, my daughter, she does hair at the beauty shop. And so Siobhan started going with my daughter, you know, doing hair. And she mostly be up to her grandparents' hair. My mother is a very strict lady. And when Siobhan go up there, my mother makes them stay in the house. You know, she don't like for them to run around out here like a lost of children, you know, just be running around. Well, see, my mother's not that type of lady, because she's a minister. And she believes in kind of keeping the kids, you know, in a close range. But Siobhan, she's beautiful.
How'd you find out about her death?
How did I find out? Is so and he published. She wasn't good.
I asked my husband, when did you get so big?
It's bad and it's crucial for a young lady to be cut down that away, so quick without a cause. I mean, she haven't her, and
All right, man, a little bit past all this. We gotta get to the nitty gritty.
When you see how old was he?
He was 11.
11. What was he like when he was a little kid?
He was a sweet little kid. He wasn't violent, and he wasn't bad. The way they got it.
So they say he wasn't violent and he wasn't bad. Shit. Me knowing what I know from my city, shit. I know I know how they start out. They rarely start at this age, but they do start at this age. 9, 10 years old, playing with guns.
Ain't talking about now, that's not true. It's not true.
Like when you say...
Every time somebody says something, they change it around. He was this and he was that, and I know that he was not.
Well, what was he like then? In other words, when he was growing up, like, did he have a sense of...
Look how mean she sound and shit. Mean as hell. He was this, he was that. Man, listen, man. Motherfucker, if people in Chicago is saying what your kid is doing, or your little cousin or your brother, nigga, they doing this shit. Nobody finna be lying about no shit like that. They know what's going on with him.
Yes, he did.
How did you find out that your nephew was killed?
What you mean how I found out he was killed?
Did you get a phone call?
No. They just burned the picture here.
If I was to see this young man on the street, I've never seen him, right? What would I see? What did he look like? Was he a tall fellow? Was he short?
He was this short. He was very short. To be his age, he was real short.
Was he a bright fellow? Was he a smart guy?
Yeah, he was very bright and very smart. He can draw, he can read, he can write.
What kind of food did he like? I mean, was he...
He loved food, gyros. He ate a lot. When Mama had barbecues, he ate that. He ate a lot. Why was his nickname Yummy? Because he loved cookies.
His nickname was...
Come on, man. Why was he called Little Yummy? Well, what did they name him that for?
Because he loved cookies.
Yeah.
What was his favorite cookie?
Chocolate chip. Oreo. You know them chocolate chips in the blue bag? That's what he liked.
What's your name?
My name is Glory.
Chocolate chips in the blue bag. It's fire still to this day. Yeah, man. Hit that like button, man. This is a story about Lil Yummy, Robert Sandifer. This is his auntie explaining how he is and how he was.
Gloria, did he have, when he was growing up, did he have any heroes? Did he have any sports heroes?
He liked a lot of cars. He liked to fix on cars and stuff like that.
Did he ever talk about what he wanted to be when he was growing up?
Not to my knowledge. Maybe to my mother, or not.
So look, hold on, give me 2 seconds. So look. Robert Sandifer. Now we gonna get up out of that one. So let's see. Robert Sandifer, an 11-year-old Chicago gang member. So he was 11. My bad, y'all. Yeah, he was 11. I'm tripping. He was not 9 years old. I'm glad I Googled this. I am tripping. See, if I would have did a video on it, then I would have had all the information. September of 1994. Police mugshot. Yeah, he was 11. That's still too young to be doing anything. So, he was born in 83. September 1st, 1994 is when he got unalived. Dang, so that's kind of why I think Pac was in jail at that time, and he read a book on him, on some documentary on him, and that's why he dedicated a song to Lil Yummy. He made a song called damn, what is the name of that song, man? Go look it up. It's on, damn, what album was that? The album would have shed so many tears. I forgot his album. He dedicated a song to him. But yeah, he's supposed to have been a little beady or whatever, so. Trying to survive in this crime rate. And bodies and block parties in them lucky caskets. Outlaw, outlaw, outlaw. They say it's okay. Go to type in Tupac Outlaw. That song was for Lil Yummy. That's basically what it was. So let's get back to Lil Yummy. Once again, this is Lil Yummy auntie. Well, no, that's not Lil Yummy auntie. That's the girls, the victim's auntie. This is his auntie, y'all.
That's my daughter coming there. They was all together.
That time?
That's my daughter.
Your daughter was with her?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my daughter Felicia. They came outside to play. She can give you that.
Felicia. Hi, my name is Andrew Jones. The night that Siobhan was killed, right? What were you all doing out here that night?
You got me on news line. No, that's all you can eat. Go ahead.
I'm 51 years old.
Look, eat all these places. Ain't there? I can tell you. She outside cousin.
Are the reports that we hear?
I can't say who did it because I wasn't there. I cannot say something happened that I didn't see. You know, I'm not the judge. God is the judge. You know, that's for God to judge. It's not for me. My thing, I don't think that he killed my niece. I can't say because it was at nighttime, and nighttime has no eyes, and bullets have no direction. So I wasn't there. But all I can say,
in those times in the mid-90s, boy, shootings was common. That's why these shorties be doing that now, because they be hearing stories about their cousins and uncles having shootouts and starting stuff with, like, yes, they think they getting fascinated with it, and they want to do the same thing. Not all of them, but some of them that's raised a certain way. They want to be like uncle and cousin and brother.
that deep down in my heart, I love the little boy. And I do have deep sympathy for the family. I do care about the family because I do know of the family. And the family, I don't have no bad feeling towards the family, no kind of way, because I'm saved in Christ Jesus. And God's spirit doesn't deal the other way. See, my father, he does the judgment, not me. Only thing I could do, I went around there and I gave a donation to the family, and I gave them my deep sympathy. And if anything I could do for the family, you know, I'm there for them. Sherman! Excuse me.
Beep TV 1, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. This is Robert Sandifer's story. And basically about his family. I was going to do a story on him, but I just don't want to do all the editing, and I just don't feel like that. Now, when I start getting paid Like if somebody donated, I will do more of those type of videos. I will work more. I'm not gonna work hard on videos no more. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta start getting paid. Once I start getting paid, then I'll put more into these videos as far as editing. I need a team. Most of YouTubers, they got team of editors that have people that help them out upload video. I'm just a one-man army, so I'm not gonna put my all into these videos no more. I already did that my first 2 years, so I'm not the first three, not a four. Shit. I ain't even gonna keep doing it. I'm sorry.
Excuse me. Hold it. 1 second. Please.
Pay me.
Please.
Cash at me something.
Yes. Hi.
Motivate me.
Who do you blame for all of this? As you get ready to go? I have no comment. I mean, not right now. Well, just.
That's the mama right here. I think, I'm not mistaken. Allegedly, this is the mother holding other kids. I'm telling you, it's a house full of kids, and whenever it's too many kids, it's gonna cause disruption in the family, especially when ain't no damn daddies around.
A little bit about Robert. Robert was a nice child. I mean, down to earth.
The mother was off crack too, so mama was on crack. Grandma probably on it. Not saying she was, but there's stories on that. I'm gonna do a part 2 to this too.
Reports that we hear about him accurate, or what children? Are the reports that we hear about him accurate? About him being arrested, about the problems with him, about the abuse? Is any of that accurate? No comment. Are you surprised at all the attention? Yeah, really. Why are you surprised? Because they blew it out of proportion. Can you believe that this happened? Yeah, sort of. Why? Hey, Rick. Come over here. What do you mean? You say you can't believe that this happened? Why? It's reality. It's happening all over every day, nationwide.
See how big of a deal this was back then? They being followed by. Look at all of them. Picture a house full of like 17 people in it. Damn, y'all. That is sad because he's still a little boy, though. Even though whatever he did, he's still a little boy. Dang. See, it goes to show you sometimes not good to just be having kids out of wedlock, man. For real. People think because you gotta know you don't. If you can't provide in a positive manner and have them somewhere comfortable where they gotta deal with gang violence and all that, and get, boys get taken out quicker than girls in the hood.
He's a nice kid as far as, being my son. The time that I got to know him was nice to me.
How did you learn about his death?
A phone call.
A phone call?
Yes.
Okay.
Reena Sandifer. They say she is the reason why his little ass was that bad. She had too many kids. And then, just too many kids. Hold on, man. Dang.
There have been like all kinds of statements. Your grandmother referred to statements about this and that, bad things, you know. What do you have to say?
Well,
check it out, man. Hit that like button. Oh, well. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, BTV1. I have to keep pausing this video, man. I'm telling you, because I do not want to get copyrighted. That's just bottom line. No copyright. I'm basically changing the video by speaking in commentary. I am commentary narrating with my own perspective and adding to this perspective of a display of Robert Sandifer's demise and what caused him. What was the backstory? What was the reason? How many? Like, it is plain and simple. It's just bad parenting on the grandma and the mama. You know? That's just bad. It's just plain and simple.
I'm not going to get myself upset about what the people think about me, because I still got to let live and let live, so I'm sorry about if people, want to believe whatever they want to believe about Reena Sandifer. I can't change the world opinions or whatever, because I know what I am, and what I am is what I am, and what I never be, I will never be.
What did you try to do? Your son, what did you try to teach your son? You only had a little...
No, if your son is out here killing and shooting and joining gangs, not saying every parent is bad that happens. Not saying that at all. But in her case, it's pretty bad, man. He was in a bad environment, in a bad domestic environment.
I said, as far as the little things that I got, as far as the little cars, to let them drive me around and stuff like that, and we used to play ball and, sing songs and stuff like that. It was all right. Really, down to earth, he was a nice kid, Just got mixed up in the wrong crowd. They just blew it out of proportion, and I would like the world. Yeah, they just blew it out of proportion.
You say you like tell us what your son's really like, then to correct the record.
He's an average 11-year-old child that, maybe get hooked up with the wrong.
Nah, no average 11-year-old child, but you see how she had to admit it too. Maybe got hooked up with the wrong what?
Yeah, they just blew it out of proportion.
You say you like tell us what your son's really like, then to correct the record.
He's an average 11-year-old child that, maybe get hooked up with the wrong group of kids. Kids intends to it leads to other things. Maybe he really didn't probably know better, He was a nice kid,
You know what? She's not lying about that though, because these kids are innocent until they're around and being influenced by probably 9 times out of 10 older peers and older guys in the neighborhood that's disrupting them. Because back then, man, 94, oh yeah, they was outside selling drugs. You outside, period. People was outside to sell drugs, so that made people be outside more. So I'm telling you now, he was influenced by his neighborhood.
Like a long police record. I mean, Sandifer was 9 years old.
Yeah.
For the last 2 years, that was 2 years.
And he did not have good parental guidance at all. He didn't.
Well, I try to talk to Robert during those times,
What did you say to him?
I would ask him to, get into some...
Because you'll know when your kid, I'm telling you parents, you should know when your kid is involved in some gang shit when they start talking gang shit. Gang, calling they mama gang. Come on, gang. I'm ready. I ain't hungry, gang. Yo, mama, when you gonna get my food, gang? When you gonna cook, gang? Like, when talking all like that? Oh, yeah. On phone them grave this, on phone them grave that. Oh, yeah. On the dead homies, no. Nope. Oh yeah, we're in the gang.
Kind of boy club, or is it any Boy Scouts or, you know, community centers and stuff like that? Because I have my other kids in community centers.
What did he say to you about the way he was living? Did he defend it?
He was like an average kid. You know, you tell the kids, let me go out of one ear and another ear, you know.
Well, what did he say? Oh, man, don't worry.
Well, this was a reaction basically showing the grandma and the mother and auntie of Robert Sandifer, aka Lil Yummy. Like I said, Tupac did a song called Outlaw. Just type it up. I forgot what's the name of that album. It's been a while, but he was inspired about what happened to Lil Yummy and made a song. Somebody shooting a gun. That ain't no damn firework. PTV1, hit that like button. RIP to Little Yummy. Condolences to the family still to this day. And be aware of what your kids is doing around these streets, man. All this teen takeover. Parents got to do better. I'm out. Or just stop having kids. Don't have kids. If you're not married, don't have kids. Okay? If you're not married, don't have kids. It's not going to kill you not to have a kid. Don't have kids. Don't you want your kid to be not suffering and being in this environment of gangs infested and all that crap? Don't have kids. I'll say Planned Parenthood. BTV1, I'm gone.